Hi there everyone, I'm MJ coming to you live at 5 here from the Shelley Theatre in Boscombe. I'm about to knock something over. And today we are going to be doing our spiritual questions, any spiritual Q&A that you might have. So let's see who's online, who's coming forward and who wants to ask some questions and see how those go. We're only going to be here for a short while today as I have to start my shift. So let's see. Who's got a question that they might like to ask? Anybody? Just a couple of things then while we're waiting for people to log in. Let's just mention that we've got meditation every Wednesday morning, development every Tuesday night. On the 30th of this month we have a workshop on colours and chakras workshop, which will be held through Infinity Academy, my other business, and that the details for that are on my page. So hi there Sadie, hi Sue, hi Leanne, great to see all of you. Well, I'm trying to answer some spiritual questions for people today. Hey Donna. So anyone that's got some spiritual questions they might like answered can just post your question here and let's see what I can do to answer your question for you. So let's see what we do. I also want to see if I can. What is that? Dum dum dum. No, that's the wrong thing to do. Okay. So any questions, guys? That's what Fridays are all about. They're about Q&A, spiritual Q&A. So any questions you might have, do post them here and let's get to answering some questions. Anything about meditation or spirituality or spiritual things, anything like that. I'm only going to be here for about 5 minutes today because we are doing our thing. I'm having to work soon, so I won't be able to be here for long. I'm just sharing this out into some groups. And see how we go. No one's got any questions? Okay. Well, questions would help. Hi Daniel. Hey Pete. Oh, Sadie, I'm not doing readings today, unfortunately. We're doing readings on Thursdays. We do oracle card readings. So let's do that quickly. Mondays is meditation, Tuesdays is inspiration, Wednesdays is reading reviews, Thursdays is oracle cards, and Fridays is spiritual Q&A, spiritual questions and answers. So today is all about that, and I was hoping that some of you might have some questions for me. But it seems like we are... no, don't be sorry, it's quite alright. It seems like we are inundated with people saying hi and not asking anything. Should we move? I'm not sure how that's a spiritual question. Movement is about change, so let's talk about that quickly, Claire. Movement's about change. So let's answer Claire's question first. Movement's about change, and really the thing that we need to realize is that change is always good, depending on how we make that change, what information we use to make that change. So be very, very sure that when you make a change, it's for your best good, and you have all the information available to you before choosing to make a change. So that's what I would suggest to you. For Pete, guidance from the stars. Pete, it feels like you're stuck in a rut and you might want to also do some shaking up and some changing. It also feels like your social circle is expanding. Now, I know a little bit about what you do because I've met you before and know you personally, but it just feels like you might want to mix things up a little and try something new. You also feel like you're moving in a new direction as well. I'm not sure if it's within the work that you currently do or whether it's within work that you're hoping to do in the future, but it feels like a change of directions on the cards for you as well. So that's quite interesting for you there. Anita, lost for words today. Well, you know what, Anita, sometimes I turn around and I kind of go, you know what, it's okay to have a little moment, it's okay to have a little pity party, Anita, and then at the end of the allotted time that I give myself, I then say, right, now it's time to pick yourself back up and move again, or pick yourself back up and get started again. So really within all those things, just be gentle with yourself, give yourself some space to feel what you need to feel, to learn what you need to learn, and to grow how you need to grow, and then you can move forward from that. Cool. I'm not actually doing readings tonight, guys, so I was going to be answering spiritual questions you might have. Look at the... Thanks, Nicolene. Right. Well, that's a good spiritual question, Anita. So yes, sometimes it's actually very beneficial to say no from a learning standpoint and also from a self-preservation standpoint. Some of us need to learn how to grow within ourselves, and if we're always being of service to everybody else, first and foremost, then we're actually not servicing our own needs and our own growth and our own reparation. So there's that in there too. So make sure that you make enough space to feel what you need to feel, to experience what you need to experience, with no apology. Saying no without an apology is not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so that's also just something to remember as well. So, is there a particular meaning in relation to cats? As you know, I have a new cat, but I am also getting a lot of cat images. Okay, so cats are linked to Egypt. A lot of Egyptian roots and links there. And so I feel like I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about just exploring your goddess energy, all that kind of thing. Okay. Because I thought this as many as it takes, Anita, and sometimes we don't learn the lessons that we're meant to learn when we're meant to learn them. And so because we're not as responsive to the lessons that we should be, then sometimes we don't really truly get everything out of the lesson that we're supposed to. Right, signs. Just had a white feather appear from nowhere. Knew it was from my mum in spirit. Absolutely true, Sue. Absolutely true. So little white feathers appearing from nowhere when you least expect them. Very good sign from spirit. We also look at things like coins, butterflies, what else am I looking at? Robins, anything like that. But anything could be a spirit messenger for you. It could be a song on the radio that reminds you of someone, etc., etc. So signs are all around us. It's up to us to pay attention to them and to respond to them as we believe we should do. Anita, you're looking at bears and crocodiles, you're saying. So I would suggest there's a fantastic book by Stephen Farmer, and it's called Animal Spirit Guides, and you can purchase that and then look up the animals that you're experiencing, either in dreams or seeing or in signs, because they all have meaning to them, and how you see them and how you experience them is also linked to meaning. So have a bit of a think about that. Okay, how can I communicate more with loved ones that have passed on? By doing exactly what you're doing right now. You can speak to them either physically out loud, or you can speak to them within your head. They're only a thought away, they're only a moment away. They come along in times of celebration and sadness, in my opinion. So when we choose to celebrate, when we have anniversaries come up, when we've got promotion coming up, when we've got birthdays coming up, they'll come around, and then obviously when you're sad as well. The family members that we have do not want to see us go to the loo, and they don't want to see us having private time with our partner. Those are the two questions that I get often, and No, I don't think they want to spend time with you when you're having private time alone. So in celebration and in sadness is what I choose to say. I see my mom and brother in 3D when saying my praise and giving gratitude before sleeping. Hold. Are they with me? Yes, they are. They're always with us. They're just a moment away, a thought away, or a moment away, is what I just said. And it's important to acknowledge when we feel, or we sense, or we smell, or we see, or we hear spirit. It's important to acknowledge that, even if you just say, I acknowledge it, or I got you, or I understand, or I sense it. So really, really important to do that, because it just allows you to deepen and strengthen that connection with spirit. So every time we recognize and understand and acknowledge, then we're actually able to move forward more on our journey. Okay. Okay. I will do, Anita. I shall send it to you. It's called Animal Spirit Guides, and it's by a man called Stephen F. Farmer. Stephen spelled with a V. And it is a blue book with red and white writing on it. So that's that. Guys, I'm going to have to sign off. I'm being called to go into work. I'm sorry that this evening's short, but if you have any spiritual questions, don't forget you can post them to me via Messenger, and then I can answer you live at 5 next Friday evening when we do our next version of Spiritual Q&A. But for today, that's it. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Monday we have Meditation Monday. Tuesday we've got Thankful Tuesday, Inspiration Tuesday. Wednesday we have Book Review. Thursday Oracle Card Readings, and next Friday Spiritual Q&A again. Have a fantastic evening. Have a great weekend. I'm celebrating with friends for my birthday and really looking forward to that. And I shall see all of you that want to log in for meditation on Monday. Have a fantastic time, guys. Bye.